Actually, it's been a very long time, right? We've been pinging each other on Instagram, and finally we are connected today.
Yes. Actually, the thing is that I have watched your videos on Rajni ma'am's feed, and the thing is that maybe I'm not sure whether you have watched my video, like my podcast with the ma'am or not, but I have mentioned there that I really want to have a session with Ram sir because I don't know, but I really like the accent of
Mhm.
yours. It though it is simple, but that kind of tone that attracts the more.
Oh, thank you
So
so
that's
much.
why I really want to. And you always turn the conversation in a funny mode,
Yeah,
though it's a bit attractive as well. So that's why I really want to have a session with you.
yeah. I try
I was
making
trying
that.
actually.
Let's
I was
see.
actually trying to reach you.
Yeah. Well, I was busy for the last 15 days. That's the reason I couldn't reply you properly. And yeah, finally we are connected. Okay.
Yes.
Let's start
Thank you
with the
so,
introduction.
so much.
You're welcome, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Let me introduce myself first. Yeah, obviously, you know my name. My name is Ram Ramachandran. I'm from Tamil Nadu. I used to work in the software industry, but now I've become a full time YouTuber. I mostly focus on conversational type of English videos, and that's what I pretty much do these days. And may I know about you?
Actually, my name is Kajal Thakur. I'm basically from Punjab, but married in Jammu. Earlier, when I was unmarried, I worked in kindergarten session to teach kindergarten kids. And though I have worked in network marketing company by the name Tianjin Group of Private Limited. It's a Chinese-based company, but I haven't earned much money. Though even I haven't earned a single rupee, but I have experienced that that confidence, that courage that I gained. That was the reason I really love that company
Okay.
that has given me a strength and public speaking confidence. So recently I have joined Batalic Army Pre-Primary School in Srinagar right now because my husband is in army. So we got posted here and thankfully I get a chance. So yes, I am starting my career again.
Oh, that's really wonderful to hear, ma'am. So you're in Srinagar and your husband is from Army.
Yes,
So
yes, sir.
how does it feel like to be in Srinagar?
Actually, the weather is really amazing.
Okay.
Amazing. It actually makes you feel like it's not like very hot like in other states, even in Jammu, Punjab, or even south side, but it's very calm and soothing effect.
Wow, that's really
And right now
wonderful.
it's continuously raining from last 3 to 4 days, even day and night.
Okay. Actually, here in my hometown, it's scorching hot. If we go out, that's all. We will be burnt alive, I think. So it's very hot over
Oh
here.
my God.
Yeah.
Yes, but
I
it's
do
really
like
amazing
chill
here.
weathers. I do like cold climates.
If you like snow, must visit here. It's amazing.
Yeah, definitely one day I will come. I always say that I will come there, I will go there, but I never do that.
But try to at least.
Yeah, I'll try. Okay, what are your hobbies? Do you have any hobbies?
Yes, sir. I really like doing art, though when I feel very low.
Okay.
So that was the time that art shows and speaks much well. And I really do love doing DIYs. And as you can see in my backside, so I like doing DIYs and something creative. I like cooking as well. And
Hmm.
I like spending time with my kid.
Okay.
I have a very sweet daughter, and yes, I like spend. Moreover, I like spending my time with myself rather than engaging with the people around.
Yeah, that is actually kind of true. Even I like spending my time with myself. And if I am alone, I'll be happy. Like I won't stress
Yes,
too much and I will be doing
self-obsessed
my
kind of
things.
person.
Yeah. So that's one of the thing. That's the reason I'm staying alone. Almost half of my life I've been living alone because I'm so comfortable with being myself.
It's very peaceful though as well,
Yeah, you won't get any
rather
disturbances,
than surrounding
and
around. Yes,
whatever you think of doing, you can do it. Nobody can question anything, and no opinions from anyone. You can just try whatever you want in your life if you're alone.
and even you will connect with yourself more. You will get to know about yourself more rather than engaging in any other activities
That's
because
kind
that
of
will
true.
distract you. People actually distract you.
Yeah. And more than distraction, I can also tell you one thing. If we want to try something new, if we tell it to our friends or family, they will kind of break our confidence. They will simply say,
Yes,
"Oh, why are you trying this? Why are you wasting your time? It's not worth it." They will just
exactly.
simply put an opinion on that, and it will break our confidence, and we won't be able to do anything in our life. So that's why I prefer staying alone.
There are very, very few people in your life who might support you, whatever you want to do. Otherwise, the rest of them are just going to demotivate you.
Yeah, that's true, ma'am. Okay, now I want to ask you, how did you learn English? You sound really good. Your English is good. How did you learn English?
I really don't know, but generally I have that curiosity. While, I was in class 12, we were in Odisha.
Can you
My
speak a little
economics
louder?
teacher,
Yeah.
oh, sorry. Actually, earlier when I was doing my class 12th, actually my father is also an ex-army man. He's also a army brat kind of. So when we were in Odisha, my economics teacher, she used to explain even the practical sums in English. And I was really not be able to understand that practical sums. And I was like, how can I do this? Or it's literally difficult because that South Indian people really have a great accent and have a great grab in English. So it's kind of difficult for me. When I see that there are some of my friends who speaks very well, I felt like if they can do, why not I? So I started learning myself. I really don't have that any of the background that time because I was a 90s kid. So I used to later on when I started doing my graduation, BCom. So I used to do make customer calls as you can hear that press one for English, press two for any other native language and pressing. So I used to connect with them
Okay.
like while doing customer care because it's difficult to get expensive classes and it's difficult to buy those things. Definitely, I am not very much financially freedom kind of person, so
Okay.
it's a bit difficult for that time. Later on, I started doing, aeroplanes, sorry, airlines. I do that thing as well. I
So
try to
you
connect with
call
them
them.
and try
So
to,
you learned your
yes,
English
and
by calling the customer care services of the big
yes,
companies.
customer care services.
Wow, that's a
They
good
actually
idea.
played a very vital role
Okay.
because that time we don't have much options. We are not much explore to YouTube's at that time or Instagram or any other options.
Hmm.
So I try to do this kind of things. I was like, this is the best thing. Rather than using my native language or any other language, I'll try because nobody's watching me, nobody's listening me,
Yeah.
and they are not even knowing me. I'm not even knowing them. So it's a, very much more. I think I have gained confidence and I
Yeah.
have improvised my vocabulary. So I usually do it every like alternating 2 to 3 days. So I used to do them. Later on, I have started taking coaching classes, but I really don't find it that it's worth. I just felt like it's I have wasted my money. So I started writing diaries, daily
Okay.
notes, whatever I had done. It might have. I thought that it will might boost up or something I will gain. So I started working on that way. So later on. Recently, I get to know about ChatGPT, but to be very honest, until you are going to connect with a physically involved, like you, until you see the person and you will connect with that, that will boost up your confidence. ChatGPT won't give you that confidence because it's just the thing, whatever you are going to tell him that ask me this question or let's have a conversation, you have to give them the idea. But when you are connecting with the person, real life person, so you will get more ideas because two minds will work that time. So that's the reason I felt like ChatGPT might will improve your vocabulary, but it will not give you that level of confidence.
You can actually improve your fluency, right, by talking with ChatGPT because you can do
Yes,
speaking practice with ChatGPT.
yes. But sir, you have to give them the idea or you need to give them the topic which he or she will answer your questions to. Otherwise, there will be only one-way conversation.
Yeah.
But if you have a real person, you will have two-way conversation. And two-way conversations makes more attractive and fluent rather than a one-way conversation because all of a sudden the thoughts will automatically come only those things which you are prepared of or which you have it in your mind. But two-way conversation gives more ideas, more vocabulary, and the things will go on some other way.
Yeah, that is kind of true, actually. Sometimes ChatGPT doesn't talk much. It just gives us only the answers. You
Exactly.
have to give them a prompt that we are going to discuss on this topic. So I'm doing reading practice. So I'm doing speaking practice. So you have to speak with me. You have to ask me questions. We have to tell ChatGPT all these things. Only then it will be ready for speaking practice.
Yes, exactly. But to some extent, his might be it's just one or two level of questions were there, and
Mm.
still you have to ask me or tell him that let's go on to move on towards another topic or something else. But it doesn't work. Actually, it doesn't work much.
Yeah.
Apart from vocabulary, you can build up your vocabulary, but not that fluency. Actually, sir, recently I have a school timing. Obviously, school timing. Later on, I get uh, around 1 hour for my peaceful rest time.
Okay.
Then 4 to around 5 or 5:30 tuition classes. After that, I took my daughter to the park. I just, told her to enjoy yourself. And within that 1 hour, I used to do self-talk,
Okay.
questioning myself and answering myself. And you are able to answer your own questions. Maybe people are going to ask you something, or maybe there are questions, but still, if you are capable of answering your own questions, I think that you are able to answer someone else's questions as well.
Yeah.
Actually, I have heard Sir Muniba ma'am. Maybe you have know her, Muniba Manzari. She's a motivational speaker from Pakistan.
Hmm.
Uh, the way she speaks and her motivational, lines was really amazing. I don't know, but I really got attracted towards her as well because the way she speaks, the ideas she is going to give, that was top notch. And she used to say that while listening, our ears have a habit of listening. So we understand English. But this should also work because we have a practice of speaking in our native language. But our muscles will only work when we are going to start up using either it's broken English, but at least try because slowly every profession is just a beginner once. So instead of looking after that level of them, just watch out our own progress where we have started and where we have reached. So rather than copying others, I think be your own version. That will differentiate you from any other person. So that's why I used to do. And in fact, while reading, either it's grade one book, try to speak loud because this will, improves our pronunciation as well.
Yeah.
So these are the things I used to do.
That's actually kind of true. Whatever you said is, even I also do a lot of self-talking if I don't have anyone to speak in English with. And most of the time, when I do talk with myself, I talk only in English. It happens naturally. Nowadays, I'm not using my mother tongue to think or to talk alone. I usually talk in English. And even when I think in English. The main reason what I can tell you is if we listen to English for around 1 hour, 1.5 hours, we naturally start thinking in English. That's one thing that I found out very
Yes, sir.
recently. So, are you doing listening
Yes,
practices?
sir. Yes, sir, I do it. I used to listen podcast, any other random podcast.
Hmm.
It's not like that, something appropriate or anything like that. Just where I will gain some of the vocabulary words and I will have a habit of regular listening because sometimes I feel like I too stuck or fumbles in some of the words. So the main thing is that I really want that accent that you have. I really love that accent. So I want
Okay.
that kind of fluency my tone will flow it like that way.
Okay.
So I was working on that part right now.
You're working. Okay. For that, one suggestion what I can give you is you can do shadowing practice. Shadowing practice really helps in improving our accent and the way we pronounce English words. Probably that's how I improved my pronunciation because I've been doing shadowing practice for the last 4 years. Not every day. Sometimes I do take break. As a matter of fact, for the last 1 or 2 weeks, I didn't do any shadowing practice. Today, I'm thinking of doing it. So it really helps in improving our pronunciation, and you kind of get their accent. Well, I'm not properly speaking an American accent or any other country's accent. I'm like
No,
mixture
but
of different accents.
your tone is amazing. Maybe I
Mm.
don't know what's the reason. But seriously, that was amazing.
Okay.
Sometimes it's like we love listening music, and some of the tones work like that way. It's not that every person is going to understand your English, but at least they love to listen them. They
Yeah.
should love that listening of you. That is the thing that I want. As recently I am in Army cantonment, so I get a chance to share my journey. So maybe four to around five to eight contestants we were there, and I really enjoy by sharing my journey because it makes me feel exhilarated that I enjoyed sharing it, and I have that confidence. And if I can speak in front of 50 to 60 people, I can speak in, more of
Yeah.
that as well. And I really love enjoying listening to English and speaking to English because that is the language that I really fond of. I fall in love with this language,
Okay.
and it works like music to my ears. I really love that language. Though I'm not fluent, but I just want to improvise my vocabulary, and I want to do this in my regular day-to-day habits because it's quite a bit difficult right now because I barely get time to, do my own practices. But
Okay.
still, I do whenever I get time, like Saturdays on Sundays. So I used to hear and recall my all of the previous notes wherever I have whatever I have made. So I try to just recall it. That should be in my mind. So I don't know, but seriously, I just want that fluency.
Okay. That's kind of wonderful, actually. And also, I want to know, how did you develop this love for English? So, how did you start loving English? First of all, what was the reason?
When I used to hear, small kids, because some, those who are have financially freedom,
Yep.
those really have, pockets full. When I used to hear them, I feel like if they can do that wonders, why not? And the second thing is when you have that fluency in, spoken, you have many opportunities. People think that you have achieved something or you are at another level, which is actually not true. English is just a language. It just need practice. That's all. Your practice, your dedication, your consistency, and nothing else. And if you are not doing these three things, I don't think so that you are even be able to do anything else because everything needs consistency, dedication, and your own self motivation rather
Yeah.
than someone else is going to motivate you. If you are not self motivated, no one can do anything. So it's not like a magic. So when I used to hear those things and sometimes I watch people like they are fluent, so I feel like, yeah, this is amazing. This is actually amazing, and this will differentiate you because when you are going when you are going to boost up yourself or going you want to grow up in your life, your circle started decreasing. You have
Yeah.
very few people, and that was the real ones who are going to push your level up rather
Yeah.
than demotivate you or deframe you from wherever you are. So I have that kind of friends. I barely have one friend. So he always used to push me because recently when I had a session with Rajni ma'am, he was like, "Yeah, तूने मेरा नाम नहीं लिया." I was
What does
like,
it mean?
whenever I'm going to have a तूने मेरा नाम नहीं लिया. You didn't have taken my name that I am there to support you every time,
Okay.
whether you are achieving something or not. So he was the one. He's actually the one who, when whatever I want to do, he will never says you cannot do this. He always says you can do wonders. And
Yeah.
that was the thing that actually hits me. And I truly appreciate that I have that kind of friend in my life, Sanjay Rajwal. He's really a blessing.
Wow.
So he's just amazing. I have just one friend whom I can, even if some friends are like, even if you talk to them or connect them after a year, it doesn't be like you have taken that much of gap or something. You are still
Yeah.
be like yourself. These kind of friends are really blessings in our life. So I truly appreciate that I have, even if I have one, but I truly appreciating that, yes, he worked wonders for me.
Cool, ma'am. That's great. Okay. Yeah. You shared your wonderful journey, your English journey. That was really good.
I just want to ask her, how can I improvise vocabulary? Because sometimes, it makes me feel like that I have know the meaning of that word, but it's kind of difficult. how can I use it in a sentence or day-to-day life? Because I'm not a writer who has to think that yes, I can write that word or use this word in a sentence. I just want that how can I use the advanced vocabulary words in my day-to-day life?
Hmm. Even actually, I do have that question. I am also struggling with the same problem. Uh, so, using advanced
Okay.
vocabularies in our day-to-day conversation, it's quite difficult because in day-to-day English conversation, people mostly they don't use advanced vocabularies. I'm talking about the American people or the British people. Even they also they don't use advanced vocabularies in day-to-day conversation. They use it very rarely, only depending on the context. So right now, what I am focusing on is so I am trying to learn all the common words first, so that I can easily use it on a day-to-day conversation. When I talk with people, I can just normally use it. Well, advanced vocabularies, if you want to use it, if you still want to use it, what you can do is you have to create that situation to use those words. So when you're talking with someone, you have to create that situation. You have to bring in that topic to talk and to use these words. And I find it very difficult to do that. And also, I don't want to
Yes, it
talk
is actually very
unnecessary.
difficult to create that situation. It's kind of difficult.
Yeah. You know what? I've learned many words so far. I have around two booklets. I have learned many words, but most of the words I don't know. I mean, if somebody says those words, I will be able to understand them. But when I talk in English, I don't use those words. It's because I think it's of no use because certain words, it gives the same meaning, but there are different words. And there is no point in using all of them at once. You can just use simple words.
Sometimes sometimes it actually feels like it doesn't, goes well in the sentence. Some
Yeah.
words are like that. They actually, it even makes ourselves feel uncomfortable that are we going to use these words and it doesn't sound
Yeah.
well.
I will tell you one example. For example, I learned this word probably 3, 4 months ago. The word is trivial. Trivial means small, something that's not important, something that's small. But whenever the situation comes, I don't say trivial. I mean, I can simply say, it's a trivial issue. Why are you thinking too much about it? Instead of that, what I would always use is, it's a smaller issue. It's a very small issue. Why are you thinking so much about it? So I try to use simple words. It naturally comes. Even I try to use advanced words, but it's very difficult. Sometimes I do forget those words.
Yes, yes, exactly, sir.
Yeah.
Like it really matters that advanced words do give a very, high impact rather than the common words.
Well, if you use advanced English words, you can show off your English with everyone. That people will think good about
Yes.
you. Oh, she speaks very good English words. She speaks very good English. She must have been learning English for a long time. You can show off your English skills with
But
everyone.
what is the point of using those words if people are not able to understand?
That's what
If
I'm
we
trying
are
to
not
say.
able to,
Yeah. So mostly Indians, they don't use advanced English words, and most of them they don't even know those words. So if you try to use them, I don't think your whatever you're saying, people will be able to understand you 100%. I don't think it's possible. People won't be able to understand you fully. And the very purpose of speaking a language is to communicate well. And if the communication itself gets affected by using advanced English words, then there is no point in using them.